So today we're going cycling that way. The intention is to go about 5 miles, but we'll see. So we're off 300 miles in July. If you want to sponsor me, click the link below and we'll see some sights of France together. So cycling along the banks of the Dordogne River, 9 o'clock in the morning, 21 degrees, can't complain too much. So you can see up here, this is where limestone cliffs, right alongside the River Dordogne. See where the water's flowing through. It's sort of cut into the valley here, the river's just over there. So we're right alongside the Dordogne now. So we're just going to take a little diversion at Verignac down to the river. Take a look, see what it's like. These are one of the lavoirs where they would meet and wash clothes. And this is a typical scene for around here, lots of overhanging cliffs where the river is washed away over thousands of years and the river's just here. So that's the Dordogne, and it's running pretty slowly at the moment. Oh, I forgot about the climbing to Verignac. But right when we get to the other side. That was the morning rush hour. One car going past. And here's a little bread oven, 1759, so communal bread oven. Oh, these hills. Oh dear. Well, of course, no decent days can be complete without a pool. So this is one for Verignac. Roadworks, here you go, look. This is how to do roadworks, just get on with it. Don't worry about the signage. I also forgot about the hill out of Verignac. Whew. So this is traffic signs, French style rather. Here, that's what he needs to put on there. That's what you put there. I like it. Okay, so end of Verignac, speed limit up from 50 to 70. Let's give it a go. Now we're talking. Freewheeling downhill. A little bit better. Only problem is, we've got to go back up. So what's missing? What can't we see on the side of the roads in France? None of that rubbish that we have in the UK. Much more respect here. Alright, we're not quite hitting 70 kilometers an hour, probably more like 15, and now we're slowing a lot. There's a big hill now. The good news is, when there's an up, there's always a down. Here comes the down. I like the downs. So now we're coming into a little place called Grosjac. Grosjac's got a little spa, patisserie, and the best thing about it, it's got this lovely lake with a beach, but don't tell anyone. So here we are in Grosjac. It's got a little bar and a fuel station and a little spa. And today, a little market. It's Wednesday, the market day. Yeah, we're going to head up over the river and then head on back. So far, just over 5.5 miles. So this is the cafe on the bridge. Pump. Grosjac Pump. And this bridge was rebuilt about 3-4 years ago. It took about 2 years to rebuild. It was an old World War II bridge the Americans put in, and they found significant issues with it. So they replaced it with this. And I think they've done a pretty decent job. Little places to sit. Next to the old railway bridge. We'll be on that track in a minute. Because I'm cheating today, I'm going back on the flat. Shared load of canoes, they'll be out on the river later. And there's a little place you can stop and watch. The world go by. So the Dordogne is one of these rivers that is one of the longest in France and certainly one of the cleanest. It's never really much deeper than waist height. You see down there, you see the bottom of the water, a bit of a deeper channel there, but honestly you could pretty much wade across the whole of that river. So we're pretty much halfway through the trip now, just done nearly 6 miles and another 4 or 5 that way to go. Got my bike. Oh, another uphill section. Anyway, the good stuff. This is the railway track and it runs back to where I'm going. So this track was in between Sarlat and Bergerac, and they tarmacked it for cycling. Oh, I have to change gear. Right, so railway track from Souillac to Sarlat, and then you can actually catch a train from Sarlat to Bergerac. This bit was re-tarmacked and sort of repurposed about 20 years ago, and it makes a fantastic cycle track. More often than not, there's lots of tree growth, gives you the shade from the sun, and there's always people using it. That was a bit weird. I was going to film some people walking along the road or along the footpath, but I think they're too much heavy petting for my liking. So the good thing is, you can see it's level-ish and dead straight. Good for a fast trip home. So we're nearly 8 miles in. This is a dead straight piece of track. And we're just coming up to the first railway bridge on this section, which reminds you it's an old railway. And of course it's really nice when you get downhill section. And we're sat right now, right between the Dordogne River on my right and the main road that goes from Sarlat to Souillac on my left. So you've got 3 forms of transport coming down this same section of valley: road, rail and river. And then every so often you come across little gems like this. So this really is a gem of a little footpath. A beautiful countryside, right through the rocks. And the cliff side, so this is again where the Dordogne will cut through. Just here, you can see the main road again. So it really is quite close to everything. Starting to wonder if I've gone the right way here. I think so. It's been a while. Where's the footpath go? I'm lost. Let's stick to this side. There's little bits of the railway track that are linked by little off-road bits, and I think this is one of them. If it's not, I could be going the wrong way. These are walnut trees. They're everywhere around here. Big place for walnuts. This is maize for animal feed. That hill in the background there, just see over the maze. That's where we just came from. So the water in the maze. Ah, yeah, we are on the right track. That's good news. So this is the main road from Sarlat to Souillac. This is Wednesday at about 20 to 10. It's the main road, so it's normally quite busy, but not a lot today. Bonjour. A little underpass under the road. That's what I love about France. Don't mess around with the crossing the road usually. And somebody resting under there. It is getting warmer. It's about 21, 22 degrees now. So we're about 9 miles in. Well, as tempting as it is, go for pizza, cold drink and ice cream. I'm actually going to give it a miss. This is one of the road crossings in this scheme, which is pretty decent. I like it a lot. So just going past Souillac, and the track continues. Hopefully we'll hit the tunnel soon. Well, there's some in the moment road clearance or track clearance. There we go. He's just explaining a branch come down, so I think he's a local resident. So they have like a cycle network, a team look after this footpath, which is coming into a tunnel now. And this place is absolutely amazing on a hot day. So it's pretty constant temperature in here. And great place to cool down. So this is the old railway track cutting through the mountain, it's a hillside that you work your way up in the main road and over. Of course the train's got to take the quick route straight through, and it's quite nice. There's like reinforced sections here, which I assume went in the early days, maybe subsequent. Oh, we're getting there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We are nearly 11 miles in now. And that just there is the road. You can see they had a lot higher route to take up over the hill. And literally just through the trees there is the top line. You missed it, but I'm pretty sure I just passed Krusty the Clown. Wish I had that on video. Okay, just coming into Souillac, which seems to have a leather shop that I've never seen anyone in. It seems to survive, so who knows. We've got the main hotel here on the main road. We've got the hotel on the main road and a little campsite, a few houses, and that's about it. It's interesting when you say bonjour to somebody and they say morning back to you. They've either clocked my accent or how I look, but certainly twigged that I'm not French. Anyway, here's the river crossing. And they've made this single track almost by putting these yellow bollards down because the bridge is too weak on the side, so another bridge that will be replaced. And extra bonus points for those people that can explain why the road signs look very similar in the UK and Europe. Leave a note down in the comments. And this is the road into Saint-Julien-du-Lampont. Bonjour. So I didn't realise, but there'd just been a funeral taking place, or a ceremony anyway, hence the bells. 12 miles in, 3 more to go. I love that solar panel dish that tracks the sun, and if it gets too windy it puts itself away. Nice. Just past Bruner Lane. Looks like they were wandering back from the shops, and just going past Luke and Emma's place here, so need to watch the footy later once I've recovered. Saint Mondan. So, named after the famous Saint Mondan, who lived in the hills somewhere. I don't know, I might have made that up. I think I did make it up. And Chateau Fenelon, which we are not going to today because it's too steep, but one day. Church, Saint Mondan, and the library, and the village, and a stop sign. Now I had to turn you off because this is a steep hill and I need a really low gear. So, stop signs. What is it about stop signs in France? Well, if you see a stop sign, the law says you must stop. And I believe you should think about counting to 3. But I just try to make sure my wheels have stopped turning. That'll be alright. And this symbol here is to honour those who have been elected in the recent elections in May. I saw them putting this up last week. I'll show you some video of that if you really want to watch it. I really had forgotten how steep this hill is, and it gets steeper. Keep going. Keep sponsoring me, you know it's worth it. We're getting there. Only 285 miles to go. This is brilliant. We're going down one of the quietest roads you know ever. And here's some roadworks. Right. You can see here, not only did it have a red stop, but they also have a countdown. And it's suddenly gone green. That was lucky. Just happened to change green as I was going past. And that is what the roadworks are for. Brilliant. Now, to be fair, the roadworks do continue. So I was probably a little bit unfair and judged a bit early. Oh, I forgot how hard this bit was. Too many electric bikes for too long. No cheating today. The good news is it levels out before it gets worse. Did I say it gets worse? Oh my word. Okay. I always say that when you get to the barrier, life gets a lot easier. When you get to the barrier, keep pushing. I haven't got left much. I haven't got a lot left in me. Need to lie down. And that, person just at the tractor there is the mayor. And he's out all times, day and night, watering plants, fixing roads, ceremonies, so he's pretty busy. Oh, why did I say once you get to the barrier, you're almost there? Now we are there. So we're looking at just under 15 miles, almost back. Just discovered I had some water with me, forgot about that. Quick tip, keep hydrated. It's warm out there, and now we are getting closer to home, just over the 15-mile mark, almost there. And for the eagle-eyed ones amongst you, you'll notice that I didn't do an intro, so if I look a bit sweaty during the intro, you'll know why. And it was just then that Paul realised he was in the wrong gear for a steep hill. It wasn't happening. That last bit's the killer. Look who we've got here. It's Lisa. Say hello, Lisa. Doing the bike run. Well, the bin run. Are you going? She's shy. So that's the end of my first day. 15 miles, 285 to go. There goes the bin lady. I think she said thank you for that. Keep sponsoring. See you later.